This thing's not supposed to be there. Alright. So, we're back for some more Legacy Death and Taxes. I think we've been doing a bunch this month, and we will continue doing for a good while. Because I have a bunch of Legacy tournaments coming up in the future before any like big modern things that I want to be prepping for. There's the 40 Duels tournament, not this weekend, but the following weekend. It's up all the time. And the week before that, actually, so this coming weekend, there's like a 40 Duels like special preliminary tournament, I guess, where the winner is going to get a bye to the following tournament, so I might as well talk me out of buying into Legacy. Wrong person to talk to about that. Legacy is such a sweet format. Well, I guess I can talk you out of it in this method. It's like, do you have people that you, like, can you regularly play in paper Legacy events? Because otherwise there's, like, a significant downgrade playing Legacy, or, like, buying into Legacy. If you're in a place where you can regularly play Legacy, it's a lot more worth it. But I know a lot of people who live in, like, smaller towns who's like, oh, I own this Legacy deck, and they bust it out once every other month, and they drive 2 hours to a Legacy tournament. If it wasn't working in grad school every day. Okay, yeah, you probably want the time, too. There's no reason to spend the money, except for, I guess, the reason of prices going up. But no reserve list cards, so you don't have to worry about prices jacking up too high anyway. But I think Caracas and Port are back on the uptick since their reprints. You should build it. You should build it and then also come to Eternal Weekend with us all the time. First weekend in November. Anyway, I want to make a couple updates to the list. And as much as it saddens me, I think I need to be playing a freaking Palace Jailer in this deck. As much as I like really don't want to. That's so fucking hard. I mean, I don't expect a lot of us to do, like, super well. But it's also, like, definitely a pretty legit expense. But luckily, I'm on mandatory overtime, making a bunch of extra money every pay period, so I have a little bit of wiggle room in terms of my financial decisions.
First weekend of November?
Yes, first weekend of November.
That's my birthday.
Is it? Is it, like, on your birthday day? Ooh. Didn't think about that one.
Yeah,
November. I'll be back on Sunday.
Okay.
I don't know what time. I'll be back. Thought some random viewer. I didn't know who it was. I assumed it was like someone from the stream, but like, I guess it is. It is probably your line. I just didn't like associate with that with you as much as some of your other patented all the time quips. So I think I'm supposed to play this Palace Jailer and just cut the Brightling. As much as I just like really hurts my soul to do. But Palace Jailer at least is worth testing out, especially with 4-color Loam. Palace Jailer seems insane in that matchup, since they can't. It's much harder for them to steal the Monarchy from you with stuff like they don't have like Baleful Strix or Snapcasters and such. They just have Dark Confidants and Knight of the Reliquaries. This card seems nuts against them, and it is like better than Brightling against Grixis, probably. Worse than Brightling against Miracles, but win some, lose some. And then there was a change I wanted to make to the sideboard, but I forget what it is, so we're just going to like run this. 75, I think. Chalice holding the deck with the odds I can feature some Ancient Tombs and some big Thalias, some thick Thalias. People have done that before. I'd only be comfortable playing like one tops, and I don't think now is the time to do that. And then we're just like starting to slowly approach like Soldier Stompy territory. Just play Soul Lands and Chrome Moxen. You gotta inception the idea into my head first. Be like, oh, what if we played some Ancient Tombs in this deck? Anyway, I think that's the only like big change I'm making. It's the only play, or the only thing that was discussed today a lot in the forums. No, we're running Hero. I would definitely consider Hero Blade a little bit more if it was like legendary or made tokens on ETB or I don't know, was less terrible. I don't know what your thing is with Hero Blade Hold, man, but Jesus, I love how Landon just has actual double the trophies of the second place. It's just so not close. Play Grid by Mirrored in the strats. Oh, okay, I guess that's. I imagine if you got to play with Hero Blade Hold in like a format that it was playable, it's a lot cooler of a card. Hello, my match. There we go. This hand sucks a lot. One colored source doesn't seem to be great, but opponent will get 6 as well, so. 3 of a kind. Man, this Palace Shield looks so good here. I mean, a Brightling would look equally terrible with this hand. Am I just going to 5? Probably. My opponent's on 6. This hand's unkeepable. This hand's not much better. Now we have Palace Jailer and Banner Skull. Just keep any land on top. We just need to cast Palace Jailer and hope it bails me out of whatever. Alright, Verdant Pass. So, like, red-black Reanimator? Is it just going to be End Step and Tomb? No. Could be. How's it going so far? We literally just started Dark View. You didn't miss anything. Oh, Turbo Depths. Well, this hand is not very good against Turbo Depths, but luckily it doesn't have to be super good to actually win. So we play Thalia this turn and then prevent them from comboing the next turn with Port and then hopefully find something. This is way off. Yeah, I don't think Shardless is gonna... I guess Verdant and fetching basic swamp could be Shardless, but Shardless is just such a dead deck right now. If they sorcery speed a Merit Lage, we can Jailer it. Oh shoot, I forgot to play this for Sean Port, I'm an idiot. Oops. That probably lost me the entire game. Just clicked through my second main there. Oh well. Because now we can't even like cast Jailer on next turn either if they just like sorcerer speed the combo to player in Wasteland. Hey, we're not dead yet. They don't have Dark Depths. Look at that. Man, now I can't play the Stoneforge this turn. This sucks. I can't Palace Jailers. Alright, we're going to play the Port. We're also going to attack. I'll happily make this trade, opponent. Oh, deal. God, I hate Urborg. But with the Port, we can actually force them to like make the Merit Lage, and then we can Palace Jailer it. Mishra's Factory, that's an interesting one. Oh, a Caracas. I think I have to play Caracas here just in case they have, like... I don't know, they can't even... Because this is a tap, they can't even crop rotation into the combo. They just go Plains, Stoneforge, Port. Factory to fight Edict. Oh, that makes sense. It's like Arbor, but less terrible. Because if you can't fetch for being like crop rotation into it or whatever. And it just pays for itself to play around edicts. Drop Jailer, extra draws. Jailer's my only, I guess I have the Crocus now, but I like Jailer as the keeping it as an answer to a Merit Lage because I can force them to activate it at sorcery speed by like porting this Thespian stage and such. But I guess with the Crocus now, it's gonna what copy your Mishra's Factory, copy my port, sure, whatever. Oh, they found the Dark Depths. But now we can just play Karat. How do I can force them to, like, how do I force them to do stuff here? Just, like, play Caracas, pass, or, like, put in this Batter Skull, port this stage. They still can't do anything. Alternatively, I could not play the Caracas and force them to make the Merit Lage, and then we can Caracas or Jailer it the following turn. Like, putting them on the Caracas makes them not go for it, in which case that like might be just a worse option. Because I can't Thought Seize this Caracas out of my hand. They'd have to have like Thought Seize plus Needle to punish me or something. They eventually port our Caracas to make an opening. Yeah, so I think I wanna try and force their hand by just putting this port and not playing this Caracas out. We're just gonna like put in this Batter Skull. Although we do get wrecked by Rites of Consumption like this, right? Do they usually have that main deck? Maybe. I don't know. We might die. Although we can't beat Rites of Consumption anyway, right? Oh no, we could because we'd have force them to use in their upkeep. Is that card an instant? I don't know. It is a sorcery. Okay, yeah, but I think they don't have that card in main deck. Solid. Solid play. I can respect it. Tap the stage. Yep, sure. Please don't rights me. No. Yeah, this is all according to plan so far. Sure, make a factory. They can, like, attack with the factory into this Batter Skull. Nice. Now we're not even dead to a Merit Lage attack. Got another Dark Depths there. As much as I want to, like, Caracas it, I think Jailer's just, like, way better here. Just got here. I got here like how they get the Merit Lage Shogun. Oh, they just like had Thespian Stage Dark Depths, and I forced them to use it in their upkeep. Because they had them both in play and I ported the stage. Sweet. Accidentally clicked through my third land drop. Doesn't even matter. This matchup is very good. Oh yes, we encouraged them to make the 2020 with Caracas and Jailer sitting in our hand. So how does this matchup go down? Surgical. I guess this is another matchup where Macabre's just kind of bad. Whereas Surgical is actually good. Cancels Judgments. Does Relic Border hit anything? Hits like these Mox Diamond versions. Hits Sylvan Library. Hits Dread of Night. I'm kind of in for it. Oh yeah, at the end of my turn, they removed one ice counter, but they had a stage in play. It was just copying one of my Roshan ports. What's been your feeling on chalices? They've been fine. I like them. I have not. I've boarded them in a lot against stuff like Miracles, and they've been much better than like Ethersworns would be in my sideboard. But I have not played against nearly enough combo to figure out how good or bad they are. They're really bad against Red Black Reanimator. Or not, they're not really bad, but they're not super good. But neither is Ethersworn, so that's not like a huge tell either way. I've yet to play against like Tess or Ant and being able to like play something on turn one as an interaction piece. Anyway, I want these. I guess like most of the equipment suck in this matchup, right? I think Phil has gone crazy with the third and second jailer of the two anti-graveyards. 3 jailers? I think that's a little bit insane. They do kind of get better in multiples, but also they're extremely clunky, and like the more you have in your deck, the more they're like really bad in certain spots. Oh, third chalice. Okay, third chalice and second jailer. All right, that makes more sense. But I still don't even know if I like 2 jailers that much. Hang on, give me a second. I need to actually sideboard here. Ballista seems not great. It kills, uh, whatever it's called. Hexmage, but eh. This name's Hexmage. These are fine. Am I recruiting anything relevant? Flicker Wisps. We want third recruiter. Just like cut more Thalias. Just cut like all my equipment almost. Keeping Batterskull just as a threat. Something like that. I kind of dig that. If Jailer is a card in a Strix format, Hero can find a slot. Hero is exceptionally bad against Baleful Strix. At least Pal's Jailer can like murder a Strix if it's the only thing in play, right? That Howling, mind you. Hero attacks into a Strix and then gets you 2 1/1s, I think. MTG bot, are you okay? This is game 2. You already said that. Oh, where did that? Oh yeah, right here. Ah yes, perfect. Yeah, it does 4 damage on the turn they attack. The battle cry. That's true. This hand sucks. None of our interaction. This is just exceptionally slow, and on the draw we could easily just die. We have better 6s. This is a better 6. We got a Plow and a Crocus. Crocus are only white source, which is pretty dangerous, but this hand is full of nothing but interaction, and I think I just want more interaction. Although, multiple swords aren't great, because you have to start playing around Rites of Consumption post-board. So I think I just want lands. Hand seems bad against any opponent playing something called Turbo. Yeah, Turbo anything, we're kind of hosed with 5 land, 2 3-drop 1/1s. Unfortunately, the jig is kind of just up on turn 1. I might lead with the Wasteland just to protect the Crocus from... The Crocus doesn't generally get Wastelanded in this matchup. It's mostly just like Pithing Needle. That sort of thing. So like holding up Plow on turn 2 could possibly be relevant against something. Not overly so. Let's lead with the Crocus. I think I'd like Ghost Quarter it, but I don't really care about that. I just want white mana. Lead with Wasteland. Yeah, I guess they could also be needle. Yeah, I like bait them into needling that instead. If they're like on the slow dubs plan, they play Bob here. I'll be happy to lead on this Crocus though. Ambitious. Pitch Spirit Guide, Sylvan Scrying. If they go with Thespian Stage, play it, pass, I'm really tempted to Wasteland it. They just found Verdant Catacombs. Well, especially with your land number 3, I would have snapped off a Wasteland. But no, they're just like Sylvan's crying for more land drops. So they could technically like just Hexmage Dark Depths me, but we have Plow, worst case. The 2 for 1 to get a forest, yes, exactly. We're gonna play Port to keep heading this Wasteland. I think I just want to play Stoneforge. Just get like these clunky cards out of my hand while I can during the early turns of the game where I don't have to be holding up interaction. Stoneforge lets me hold up interaction and also like, wait, didn't I board all these out? Did I just like not sideboard at all? What I'm pretty sure I hit that button. Yep, this is in fact my main deck. Oh well, I mean it's Turbo Depth, so I'm not like overly concerned. I'm pretty sure I can still win, but what? I'm pretty sure I hit the submit button. I'm 0-2 on the points. Yeah, just like punting this game matchup left and right. But it doesn't matter because it's fucking Turbo Depths and you just like mop the floor with it all the time. They could have like double Lotus Petal, Hexmage, Dark Depths, Rites of Consumption, maybe. Dead after that. Playing it, yeah. I mean that's kind of the Turbo Depths matchup in a nutshell, though. You're gonna lose to yourself more than you're gonna lose to your opponent. You're gonna like lose to doing something really stupid, like missing the sideboard button or like clicking through your 3rd land drop, more than you're gonna lose to them actually comboing you. Deal. Oh, they don't have it. Cool. We could just like plow this Hexmage. They do have the Ghost Quarter for my Caracas, but Aether Vial, huh? I could just revoke the Hexmage, play Aether Vial, revoke the Hexmage, hold up Plow, so if they like kill the Revoker to try to turn on their Hexmage, then I can just plow it. I can plow the Hexmage in response. Fortunately, it like reveals all the cards in my hand. Just put all my chips on the table. I also kind of want to develop this Aether Vial. Could just like tap Port for Aether Vial, play Wasteland Pass, and just leave up a bunch of stuff. I kind of like that, actually. Lets me actually put in this Batter Skull, leave up Plow, leave up Wasteland, and leave up Caracas. So it's like my opponent can't answer everything. Unless they have Rites of Consumption again, but... Yeah, I guess I do actually lose to Rites of Consumption there, right? Because they could just, like, play Dark Depths and they have all the mana now. What's up, Static? Thanks for the 3-month resub. Enjoy your, Yeah, we talked about this last time you were here. You got the 3-month subscriber badge, but you weren't 3-month resubbing yet. I don't want to die to Rites of Consumption. That's a card that's definitely, like, on my mind. So maybe we play it safe and we just, like, revoke her. No way not to die to Rites. Well, we're going to revoke this Hexmage. That's how we're not going to die to Rites. Ooh, now we get to actually cast this Aether Vial, too. Oh, my opponent could actually crop rotate, can't they? Well, we have the Plow, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, this is fine. They go to 39, but we have a Plow, so we're fine. So this resolves, I guess I'll name... Maybe I'll name, like, Lotus Petal or something. Elvish Spirit Guide, perhaps. Nah, we'll just name Vampire Hexmage. Opponent says, gotta go for the gold in chat. Followed by a rip. Oh, we get to like Wasteland this Bayou too. Duress. Oh no, my batter skull. Yeah, take a look at this hand that you're never going to beat, opponent. Oh, this weird guy Croft gets there. That's it. Yeah, they're just dead. Welcome to D&T for Turbo. Yeah, Static. I don't know if you caught the beginning of that, but I cast Stoneforge Mystic and I realized that Moto didn't let me submit my sideboard, so we were just like playing 0 sideboard cards and just won that matchup not close. The Turbo Depths matchup is so active. It's actively hard to lose that matchup. You also missed in game 1 where I just forgot to play my 3rd land drop. And almost, like, I thought I actually cost myself the game, but nope, we just still won. Not particularly close. Turbo Depths is the closest thing you get to a buy with this deck. Where's Turbo Depths on my little list here? What's up, Phil? How's it going? Just wrecked some Turbo Depths. Despite me, like, my brain actively trying to get me to lose that matchup, I guess. Jesus, where is Turbo Depths? I've played against it before. Wait, have I not played against it before? Ever? Since Deathrite ban? Huh. It's just not on my list at all. Wow. Alright. Turbo Depths. 2-0'd. Alright. This hand is... We're on the play, which actually makes me like more nervous to keep this hand. Send it a Violet would be great, but... It's like probably close enough to be okay. Like Flicker Wisp with valid targets. Yeah, or maybe we're playing against a fair deck. We're probably playing against a fair deck, considering like the state that Legacy's in right now. If they're on like Delver or something, I'm just gonna fire off a Plow into a Daze, I think. If they're on Miracles, we want to hit a bunch of land drops. Just a lot. Hmm. Definitely not a land drop, but I'm trying our best. Alright, well that makes my decision easier. Oh, I just saw your post in the Discord, Phil. Is it can I just like Google search Cardboard Live or whatever and like download the extension and stuff like I did with Stream Decker? Because I'm definitely happy to make the switch. It seems from what I've heard and I've seen, it's just like basically better version of Stream Decker. So I guess we just Ballista for 1. Man, no, I can't F6 though, because then if they kill it, I lose out on the 1 damage at their face. Go as F2. So I'm guessing Miracles, considering they just like... Yeah, I need to save that link for later. I've just been like kind of lazy. Oh, sneak. Alright, well, we're probably dead. Wait. I guess sneak with Jace the Mind Sculptor. At least this Ballista actually like puts some pressure on this Jace, I guess. Almost kills it. We can attack. Not what I expected, but Jace exists in sneak sideboards. Probably add you to a beta tester group chat. Oh, that's cool. All right, yeah, I'll see if I can get it going tomorrow at least. I have some spare time. But yeah, I'll let you know. So what's my plan? I can't cast Wisps. I can't cast anything, so it's either port them or play Jite, so it's probably just port them, right? Jite makes it so that my opponent can't just start, like, plussing this Jace to get out of range of the Ballista, but the port makes it so that they can't do something scary with their Ancient Tomb. I think port's probably better here. Start by attacking the Jace. Doesn't look great for me, but this intuition. All right. So if I'm lucky, they'll just brainstorm, but I don't think my opponent is that obtuse. And they're probably just going to try to combo me next turn, so if we hit 4th land... Oh, that's a lot of omnisciences. That's unfortunate. Means we're probably just dead. We can flicker out the omniscience for 1 turn, but then we're just not going to put them for 13-0. They could also just, like, Soul Land do it this turn if they have it. Maybe this Jace won't find them any lands, and then we can kill them. Nope. They shuffled on the Ponder. You can flicker for up to 2 turns potentially if you... Oh yeah, because I can like flicker my Flicker Wisp. Assuming they can't counter the other one as well. Well, we can actually cast nothing, and assuming they have Show and Tell, we're probably just dead. I can take this Jace off the board. Take that, Jace. Ha. Got him. That'll show him who's boss. I'm gonna tap an island here, just so that they have to like take extra damage off this Ancient Tomb if they want to Show and Tell, or hit another land drop, but... We'll have to try to make them take as much damage as possible. Go away, Omniscience. I don't even think... I guess we could, like, draw White Source into 3rd Flicker Wisp, but my opponent could have no counter spells, then maybe we have a chance. Well, we didn't draw the White Source, so... Is there, like, a valid reason to play Recruiter here? If they don't have a fatty yet, what do they do on the preordain? 1 top, 1 bottom? Alright, so we're probably just dead, but... Yeah. They could fail to find Emrakul. I don't... Yeah. There's no point in porting, because we don't have, like, a Thalia in place, so they're not actually spending their mana on anything. If they... Oh, they have Emrakul. Alright, that's pretty good. Is this just Omni? Or do they just, like, have their basic island draw? Probably doesn't affect my sideboarding decisions a lot, but... They also have Intuition, notably, so we're going to bring in the Extraction. Chalice of the Void seems okay in this matchup. Not great. Turning off cantrips is probably more valid than some of my, like, terrible beaters, like Walking Ballista and Mirren Crusader. Jite. Plows. That's a pretty solid, like, swap. If they're on mono blue, then Revoker is sometimes, like, straight dead, but if they're just on Omni Sneak, bombs and swords out with this build. I don't know if, like, better than adding Cataclysm to the deck. Hey, Cataclysm, you just Armageddon. How do you lose? I still like Mom's fine. Like, the Mom Chalice Nombo is obviously there, but Mom protects some of your other hate pieces from being dealt with. Like, if you have a Prowler on 3+ Mom, it's hard for Sneak to actually do anything about it. But I can definitely buy, like, Shaving the Moms, but I'm not sure if I buy Shaving Moms over, like, keeping in these, like, Mirren Crusaders. Mirren Crusader does, like, clock, and I have definitely clocked Sneak opponents before, but I think this is probably okay for me. I'm down with this. Maybe I'm, like, underestimating the nombo between Mom and Chalice. It seems like Mom is usually a 1/1 attacker in this match. I mean, it is often, but sometimes it does protect, like, your actual, like, your actual hate cards. This hand just seems like it's too slow, right? No Thalia. Karakas can be potent if they're not on the Omniscience plan. We can recruit for turn 4 Sanctum Prelate, but that just might not be nearly good enough. Yeah, I think we can get a better 6. I think this is possibly a worse 6. It's good if we can hit... It's not even good if we can hit a second land, right? It's good if we hit a second and third land, but, like, we can go Mom into Chalice and, like, beat them down with a Mom, but I think Sneak's just gonna beat that with just hitting land drops pretty easily. Can I afford to go to 5? I also know about the Karakas because I have to play it on 1. I think we can go to 5. It's like a hand with Thalia. Oh. Alright, I'm in. Weak, but I think that one's definitely debatable. I think that 7 was a little bit too slow. I think I would have, like, snap molded on the draw. It was, like, more of a question on the play, but probably also too slow. I think this 5 worked out because turn 2 Thalia is just about the best thing you can be doing in this matchup. Yeah, and we have, like, the Jailer for show and tell with not Omniscience. This 5 is very good, so it worked out. Especially because we scryed the land to the top, so we can just play Thalia and start porting them. Doesn't even matter if they counter this, because we have, like, another one on the Vial next turn, plus ports. That is a pricey Ponder. That means it's got to be in this Ancient Tomb as their only other land. It's like the only reason they would do that. They also shuffled. Man, it's really tempting to port this island here. But, I mean, they have to hit another land drop regardless. Never mind, yeah. They have to hit another land drop regardless to cast any spell. But that's like a brainstorm in response to the port. So we can just port this Ancient Tomb. Maybe they'll cast an Intuition one day. I'm taking this file up to 4 for the beatdowns. Yep, this is just upkeep brainstorm. Wasteland, Sanctum Prelate would be obviously, or like Recruit of the Guard would obviously be just the god draws here, but we just F6. They're not going to be able to take this Thalia off the board. They had a basic, but it's basic mountain. So I'm going to import this island now. Just so they can't cast like Ponders. Leaves them with Mountain, Ancient Tomb. The top card of their library is, yeah, opponent is on just Omni Sneak. With the I really want to port this island. It's kind of wrecked by like land show and tell, but they played this basic island, which means they're drawing the top card from their brainstorm already. Porting the Ancient Tomb is like the safe play. Porting the island's the high reward play. I'm gonna port the island. See how it works out. If they have another blue source, shit, it's delayed now. Was it not delayed before? I have no idea. Like, I don't... Obviously, I'm not sitting at the viewer end. Alright, well, we took him off blue. I might start porting the tomb, like, next turn. Because now that they're out of their brainstorm cards. So if they draw another blue source, they can cast spells. Huh. Well, that's a good Palace Jailer target, I suppose. Oh no, cast a spell, too. Maybe like Bolt my Thalia? I'll just put it in, sure, whatever. I'm only surgical in here if my opponent goes top-top. In which case I'll probably just like surgical brainstorm or something, but... Oh, they went top-top! Now I gotta eat my words. I guess it's also worth noting if... hit it before it goes wide, steal my shiny hat. It's mine. I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna surgical this brainstorm. They have a card on the top of their deck they want, so I think stopping that is probably more relevant than trying to beat an intuition somewhere down the road. It also gives me like a lot of important information on their hand, knowing what to port and such. Let's go. Do it after the jailer? No, because it costs the 1 mana, so I want to do it right now. If I draw another land, I can double port. Wow. Alright, well, we can't beat this hand. I think we're just, like, dead. Force now make... they can't force, because, again, I have the Thalia in play. I'm going to screenshot this, but this hand is, like, the actual pits for me. I think we're just super hosed. Pull this off to the side here. Yeah, because they just have, like just show and tell Omniscience Emrakul. How are we going to beat this? We have a Palace Jailer. I guess we could, like, we could have the Violin 4 and Violin the Palace Jailer after they cast the Emrakul to kill it. Like, that might be our only line. Oh yeah, we could, like, draw land and start porting like crazy, but we'll see. Definitely taking this Vial up to 4, because we might want to eat this young Peasy here. Ooh, a Wasteland. That's a good one. That's a good one, deck. Gotta give you some credit there. Credit where credit's due. I just Wasteland this Ancient Tomb so they can't use the mana upkeeps for nonsense. So they have Ponder, Show and Tell, Omniscience, Abrade, Emrakul. So my concern is if I attack, my opponent can actually take the Monarchy back from me for, like, they can take the Monarchy back if I just attack with Thalia, Jailer their Young Pyro, right? Because then they can just Abrade the Palace Jailer and get in. That poor response, they Abrade Palace Jailer, they take the Monarchy back, get their Pyro back. Yeah, don't attack him with them. Yeah, so we're just gonna eat this Young Pyro and pass. Their hand is Abrade, Emrakul, Omniscience, Ponder, Show and Tell, so... I guess there's an argument to wasting this Volk and then porting the island so they can't cantrip. Ooh, it's another good draw. Gotta say, deck. You're really pulling through here. I feel like Abrade this Thalia, we have another Thalia too. And now they're down the Abrade. Yep. Wasteland, play another Thalia. Yeah, I mean, the Wasteland draw really put us still in this game. We would have been, like, significantly more, like, not in. But definitely, we definitely still had a shot, so... Like, Wasteland, Jam Thalia. Start attacking with Jailer. It's a little dangerous. Oh, these are double porting, too. Send my opponent back to the Stone Age. They are at 10, though. I do need to kill them. Like, I do need to just put the pressure on them. They only have one Abrade left in the deck as removal spells. If you guys look here. Can't really... I don't want to keep this on screen too long, but... They have, like, one Abrade left in their deck. I'll show it, like, post-sideboard if we get a game 3, but I think I can start attacking. They're at 10, I just need to kill them. They need to draw, like, a land last turn plus Abrade this turn to do anything, so... Turns out drawing an extra card every turn. Yeah, it turns out Personal Howling Minds are pretty gas. Yeah. They just 2-mana Ponder. Yeah, they'd have to have just drawn the Abrade and the land in the past 2 draws. With the, like, the 1 Abrade left in their deck, so... Unfortunately, I can't draw any more 4s to Violin. I might just double Mom here and port once, since they're only on 2 lands. Just so I can have blockers for this Elemental and still clock them for 4. This just puts them, like, dead next turn if I play double Mom. It's a pretty good draw. Now we're not dead to some crazy blue land double Spirit Guide Show and Tell Omniscience. Which actually have lethal on the board right now. Yeah, sweet. We actually... Wow. Good work, Palace Jailer. Alright, so let's look at their deck a little bit. So my opponent's hate cards are 2 Young Pyros, 2 Grim Lavamancers, and 2 Abrades is what they brought in for this matchup. Am I supposed to, like, bring in any Plows to respect Grim Lavamancer and Young Pyro? There's 4 cards that they have in. Notably, no Grizzlebrands. Wait, also... Okay, yeah, no, they have... Yeah, this seems relatively stock otherwise. 3 Impulse. I don't think Path of Exile is better here, right? Because they don't have, like, Grizzlebrand. So giving them an extra land seems... I guess the 7 life versus extra land can be relevant because you're trying to kill them. Tragic Lesson. I'm not even going to look up that card. I don't know what it does. Doesn't, like, pick up a land, Divination Instant Speed or something? I'm much time do we got on the sideboard clock? 2 minutes. Yeah, they just have show and tell, omniscience. Wait, no sneaks. Wait, hang on. They're just on blue-red Omnitel? With no activated abilities, right? We can just cut, like, an easy cut of, Friction Revoker? There's nothing in their deck that's an activated ability. They're just on blue-red Omni. Okay. Seems like a very odd build. Alright, well. Easy. Cut the... actually, this Walking Ballista seems pretty good. This Walking Ballista seems pretty good against Young Pyromancer and Grim Lavamancer. I'm down for this more than I'm down for Plow, but I might still like bring in a couple Plows or something to respect it. Yeah, this is a very like odd build, but how many Plows am I bringing in? Also, like, there's like the really awkward Plow Chalice anti-synergy. I'm gonna cut the last Crusader. Could cut some number of Moms. Backup plan is Pyromancer, so if you... Yeah, actually, yeah, hang on. Mom kind of sucks, doesn't it? Oh, crap, I got sideboard fast. Bring in like 3 Plows. That's probably enough. Mom kind of sucks because they have like 2 Abrades as their only removal spells, or like even bounce spells. So Mom actually is just a 1 power beater, like Phil was talking about earlier. I was expecting like Pyroclasms or something to protect, like to need to protect, but God's Hand kind of sucks. I'm gonna get a better 6. It's good if they have turn 1 Grim Lavamancer, but it's kind of bad in general. This hand's way better. I think I want lands more than I want this Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp doesn't really win the game so much as it like delays it, right? Delays losing by a turn. I think we'd rather have more lands to cast our spells and start using this port profitably, especially with something like a Stoneforge in our hand. They kept in all 4 forces, notably. Also, this is not a Grim Lavamancer, so we can just jam Mom on 1 instead of Plow. Pretty sure I put that one to the bottom. Thanks, Moto. The old Moto bug. Like, jam Young Peasy here. Well, I guess the plan is to hope they don't have Force of Will. It's gonna be real awkward if they do, but I definitely can't let them just untap with this. I'm not even necessarily like dead to this Pyro. If they're like all in on this Pyro plan, like we still have like tools to just beat a Young Pyromancer and play. We can just go get Sword of War or Fire and Ice and stuff. You ever play Thalia? Yeah, maybe. I mean, his Mom does a pretty good job of like brickwalling what my opponent's doing, and they're gonna like force the Thalia too. If I just jam Thalia there instead. Show and tell. I mean, yeah, show and tell can kill us right here, but they could just force the Thalia. And yeah, they're all in on this Pyro plan, so we're just gonna like tutor up a sort of Fire and Ice here. Actually, it might just be too late for that. We might just need to go get Batterskull to live. They are just all in here. They have like plenty of mana to cast show and tell and stuff at this point. I think we're just playing on not dying to these Pyros. think we're also like 2 mana light to effectively utilize this Sword of Fire and Ice before my opponent just goes crazy. I'd rather just have a Batter Skull. I think we might be able to just beat double Young Pyro, though. They can't really attack very profitably. Seems like a very bizarre attack. Block Elemental, block Young Pyro, pro-red my mom. Alternatively, like, block Young Pyro, pro-red the Stoneforge. Just leave them with 3 elementals and me with the Stoneforge. But I think I'd rather just, like, take an extra damage. We're at 20, so I'd rather just free kill 2 things. It's gonna be less tight if they make this attack, because this attack seems loose. Okay. But this attack also is bad, because this is just block. Unless they have a Braid here, and this is like a bait to try and kill the Stoneforge. Maybe I just, like, block an elemental at this point. But then they can just abrade this Batter Skull, right? I'm just never going to be able to beat an abrade. Yeah, I'll bite the abrade bullet. Yeah, this is just like a braid on the Stoneforge, which is fine. We can play Thalia, and we can still, like, build a whole... Sure, Brainstorm, whatever. I can F6 now. Oh, no. Yeah, I can F6 now. I've already done all my abilities and stuff. Yeah, the only card we're scared of now is, like, actual abrade. Dealing with my Batter Skull. Definitely want to hit a 3rd land so we can eventually flicker the Stoneforge or something. Go get tools to take down these Young Pyros. Interesting that they waited until combat to cast that Brainstorm. I feel like they would have wanted to know more of their options. What if they just abrade this Mom? That'd be like super... Yeah, abrade the Stoneforge. Makes a lot more sense. Let's just draw like another Stoneforge, please. It's not very useful right now. We might just get buried by Young Pyros because we can't hit a 3rd land drop. Which is unfortunate. If we can draw a land, we're still definitely in this. We can, like, recruit another Stoneforge. Are they going to attack with 6 elements? Yeah, generally 4, probably. Guess I shouldn't have 6. This is the problem, that they're going to like pretty easily just be able to chain off a million cantrips. And if we miss this land drop, I think we're just completely dead in the water. Yeah, that attack still seems ambitious, opponent. You can definitely lose that game. Land, please, 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 please. It is in fact a land. Would have... Needs to be like Stone. Yeah, the math might just like not work out for me. Like recruiting into Stoneforge is gonna be like way too slow. Too bad I can't recruit a Orzhov Pontiff here. Ooh, Ballista might be okay, especially if we can draw a 4th land next turn. Ballista for 2, ping off both the Pyros. Stoneforge might be better, though. We're taking a bunch, though. What is this? 8, 5, go to 10. We might have enough time, depending on how many cantrips they can chain. Ballista's the safest option, though. But it could easily still lose. Like, if we don't hit a 4th land, we're still pretty hosed to, like, a single Young Pyromancer in this board state. I think we just gotta go for that, like, the Hail Mary. Just gonna, like, chug this Recruiter off a cliff to trade with an Elemental. Pretty easily here. And unfortunately, with our mana situation, we can't even, like, double spell, even if we had a 4th land next turn. Because we just have 2nd Thalia and this Leonin Relic Order as our leftovers. I'm just going to straight up block 3 Elementals here. Not particularly close. Take 5, lose my Recruiter. Our only goal here is staying alive. If I get, what, another Abrade? Looks like might have been the right call since land can theoretically win from there. I'm not sure Stoneforge can now. We're at 10. So depending on how many cantrips they chain, we might be able to take this. They might, like, have a counterspell here, though. They'd have to, like, pitch to... What do they? Draw step? Wait, click. Wow, they boarded in a click, too? Huh. Would you plows? That's not bad. Might have to plow this click, honestly. They have lethal if like we play Stoneforge and they take the plow with this click. Oh no, we have Caracas. Never mind. Which is like not the best plan against Vendilion Click, but Mono on me. That isn't the blue red tempo. Yeah, apparently Ancient Tomb's really good at playing around Thalia. Very unusual. Plow the Pyromancer, you have Caracas for click. I mean, next turn though, so it's gonna like bash me for 3, which is scary. So like, if I'll have, they're gonna take the Stoneforge. We'll have nothing this turn, so they can attack for what? 2, 7, 10. Block, block. Just looked over what the hell we're facing. We're facing a blue-red Omni. Obviously, can't you tell? So I need to get sleep. Oh, you just want to see this match over? I mean, there's the option of like letting them take the sword, right? So I can cast Stoneforge. Block, block, cast Stoneforge, block, take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then untap Caracas, the click, have Batter Skull. I mean, I guess I let this resolve. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Oh yeah, it's cost 2, shit. Not very good for me. Maybe this will draw us into, like, actually, we just can't cast anything. We just want to hit another land when they take the Stoneforge. Probably just dead, though. But yeah, Static, we're playing against like mono blue, like blue red Omni that boarded in like the weirdest fucking sideboard plan. Considering how good their plan A is against Death and Taxes, I'm very confused on why they went for like Young Pyromancer and Vendilion Click. Like your Omniscience Emrakul plan is typically a lot better. We have planes around there. They're gonna take the Stoneforge though. I can't cast anything. It's like, what happens if I hit a planes? I can port them. If we hit Caracas, maybe we're not dead. To show you that they have range. Yeah, kill me with Emrakul game 1, kill me with Vendilion Click and Young Pyromancer game 3. Just like middle fingers as they're walking away. Maybe they might just leave me with this hand, honestly, because I can't cast the Stoneforge this turn. Oh, they took the Stoneforge. I'm just gonna like port an island, I guess. They just like don't have red spells in the deck anyway. I should like pretty hosed to Grim Lavamancer at this point actually, but probably more hosed to multiple blue spells in a turn. It's like fire off a Brainstorm. Impulse, sure. I think that Impulse is lethal, right? We're taking 6 here, going to 4, killing 2 elementals, so they're down to 4 elementals. Assuming they have nothing else, too, and they just Impulse, so I imagine they'll have like another cantrip to cast here. I'm not sure how much I like this strategy, just because, like, their plan B is a lot weaker against Death and Taxes than their plan A is. Like, it's cool to catch them off guard and stuff, but considering we had, like, multiple points where we could have won, like, if they didn't have the Abrade for the first Stoneforge, if they didn't have, like, the Force for the first Plow and stuff, if they didn't have the second Pyromancer at all, there are, like, a lot of ways in which their plan could have gone really, really wrong. So I'm not, I understand, like, the notion of, like, the transformative sideboard and stuff, but, like, when your plan is good, like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. If we can get this Thalia killed, we could cast Batterskull. So we're not dead on board. We're dead if they have a spell. Or we're dead on board if they have a spell. So I can actually cast Flicker Wisp on an Elemental. Saying it's better to Swords of Click. Yeah, we took extra damage there, but now we have the Caracas stance with the Click forever. So yeah, it was definitely like a line, and I'm a little bit under the pressure of the clock and stuff. It's definitely a line that had a couple of options, though. I think we're just gonna like Flicker Wisp a token. Like, keep praying that we get to live. They force this Flicker Wisp, we're just super dead, but again, that's life. Yeah, they should force. I think that's just like lethal on board now, right? Just watch wrestling who I wanted. Now you get to watch like the weirdest fucking game ever that we're just dead now. Block Pyro, block Elemental. Died exactly 4. Dang. This is my problem with their plan, though. Like this game, regardless of the fact that it played out in their favor, but there's like there was a lot of things that could have gone wrong. Like if they didn't have the Force there, then I think we still might have been able to like start turning this game around. If they didn't have the second Pyromancer, if they didn't have the Vendilion Click, if they didn't have like the Force for the swords, or the second Abrade and all that. Alright, later Dark View. Sure, what other line did they have? I meant, so, like, the line that they have is, like, just not do their sideboard plan, right? That's my argument, is that I feel like their sideboard plan is not super good for that matchup. I understand, like, it's definitely helpful in certain matchups where your combo plan is not good and it's under a lot of fire, and your opponent likely boards out a lot of their removal. And Death and Taxes does too, but, like, they still have equipment, they can just beat your plan with a Batter Skull in play. Like, they have a lot of options to beat a Young Pyromancer. It's not particularly hard. It's just the card's broke in their favor, but I think more often than not, I'm going to win if, like, that's how they're sideboarding. It was 3 games. 1, 2. We won game 2. Yeah, game 2. Lost games 1 and 3. I wonder if I, like, board in the Vendilion, click on the play. Or, like, I might have just, like, not seen it in their deck. It's just, like, a random one of. The one of Mom that I left did actually a lot of work. But, I mean, I might have, like, cut it for the 4th plow and stuff. Ooh, this is awkward. Hey, Static. Catch you in a bit. Catch you on the recap. So Static's probably on 5-color humans. This hand's very good. Also, this hand's just, like, keepable in the blind. But this hand is exceptionally good against 5-color humans with, like, Plow, Stoneforge for GT, Crusader put GT on, like, double Wasteland if he doesn't have a Vial. But this hand's good against, like, I keep this in the blind at this point. There's so many fair decks in the format right now. I'm more inclined to keep these sort of hands. So I think I'm plowing a champion on one. I don't think I'm plowing a hierarch on one. Nothing. Ooh, baby. I wonder if I'm supposed to just wasteland this, or at least port it. Leave chat weavings. Yeah, Static obviously sniping me. Static's actually the one that's going to be helping me play. Oh, I didn't change the title of the stream, did I? Like, ever. Oh, well, it's mostly correct. I mean, the World Championship isn't going on anymore, but... At least I don't have K-Coin in my deck today. I think we're just going to, like, port here. Like, he didn't hit a... He didn't play a 1-drop, so he probably won't play a 1-drop next turn. I mean, like, Wasteland plus port and just, like, actual mana now my opponent to death. There's no reason to, like, rush out the GTA here. But they did. No 1-drop, though. So I think we're just gonna see if they start missing land drops. Because we have, like, double Wasteland. There's a pretty, like, decent chance that I can actually make my opponent miss a land drop at some point. Alternatively, there's a chance I'm, like, letting my opponent draw out of, like, a bad mulligan. I think this deck is like light enough on land, so this might eventually pay off, or not. Me and Sack just bickering about me wastelanding a bunch and him hitting a bunch of land drops still. But I think we just jam my Crusader now. If we have Crusader into play, we can just like Stoneforge GTA one shot and just kind of wreck their life. Yeah, I think the port plan's kind of out the window. If I just like if I spend my whole turn porting here and my opponent hits a third land and casts a 2-drop, then like the port's just horrible. If he doesn't hit a third land though, the next turn we can like Stoneforge plus port. Yeah, nope. Could like Reflector Mage this. Freebooter, mean. My Swords to Plowshares. We're just gonna cast, play Stoneforge, cast GTA here on this coming turn because we don't want to get like second freebooted. It'd be very, very bad for me. Prelate only turns off Aether Vials out of my opponent's deck. And it turns off my plows while turning off their Aether Vials, so not the strongest play. I think I'd leave the GTA in my hand post-board because it prevents it from getting shattered. But pre-board, I think they're not likely to have like main deck shatter effects. There might be like a one of Rex Sage or whatever in the main deck to tutor for, but it's less likely than my opponent being on like 4 freebooters. Opponent has played 0 legacy legal cards, or like non-modern legal cards. None of the Caracas or Wastelands yet. Meddling Mage. Also, yeah, the playing GTA plays around Meddling. I guess not, because I can activate this. It's like a little bit obnoxious, but not really. We can like trade off the Crusader for 2 counters, use the counters to get my Kite Sail, or to get my Plow back, and also put in this Batter Skull to get more counters on this GTA. Which is probably fine. Worth the trade here. And you have a 66% win rate in Fluid Control and Modern. I think it's like a lot of it is experience. Like I thought about not putting my personal data in there because it's definitely going to be like wildly variable. Like not everyone's going to have like a really good win rate because like a lot of my win rates are like absurdly high. What's my Yeah, I assumed you're talking about my modern sideboard guide and not like my Miracles win rate. But like Bitter Blossom and your like Gideons and whatever Karns or Lingering Souls and sideboard cards are very important, but a lot of it is just knowing what your role is and knowing like when to pivot. Stuff like Aether Vial is like Aether Vial, Flicker Wisp, Displacer tricks are very important. Being able to like eat Terminus out of your opponent's hand, all that jazz. Oh, that's rude. Because it's not like super rude though. So they have to take the Stoneforge. This isn't a May, right? That's not good for you. I think he's just dead. I shouldn't say that until I get him. I'm gonna say nice jailer nerd, but Hasn't gotten him quite yet. I wouldn't know it has, right? Because I can... Wait, I know I need to say nice jailer nerd. Because I can just use the counters to ping the kite sail, untap, plow the jailer, take the monarchy, get my Stoneforge back, go get Sword of Fire and Ice. Morally owned. But yeah, like, don't look at my win rate and say, wow, blue-white must, black-white Eldrazi. Anyway, don't look at my win rate and say like, oh wow, blue-white must have a terrible win rate against Eldrazi taxes. There aren't more people playing this deck. But I think it's just like experience matters a lot, and I have a lot of experience playing Death and Taxes in both Modern and Legacy, and like not all blue-white players on Moto are going to be like the most exceptional opponents. I think if you take like more averagely skilled opponents and pair them up against each other, then you're gonna I think blue-white has a slightly higher win rate. I just happen to be like a better than average black-white Eldrazi Taxes player. Need you to kill Kite Sail and source my jailer instead of the more obvious line. That wasn't the problem. It was the fact that I was on GT. No, jailer's bad. Get out of here, Static. Ignore the fact that I have a jailer in my deck. Anyway, this matchup. Path, Cataclysms, Council's Judgments. Which happens to be a Strangling. I need to actually sideboard shit. I'm too busy getting sick burns on Static here. Shit, what am I supposed to cut? Second Pearl's bad. Okay, like two more cuts? Shit. Revoker isn't very good, right? What does Revoker even hit in this match? Yeah, Revoker doesn't hit it. I think Revoker hits Mom. It's like an option, but I guess Recruiter might just be too slow in this matchup. I'll keep it one Recruiter, one Revoker, why not? Yeah, humans... You guys probably can't see, because Thalia usually sits and covers up the chat box. But Static's talking about how Jailer's probably better in humans than it is in Death and Taxes, which I definitely agree with. Brailing has been at $15 already. Also, like, Brailing. I'm currently not even playing a Brailing in my deck, as sad as I am about it. But yeah, Brailing has been falling off pretty rapidly. Doesn't board in dumb shit like Staticaster. I think they just play like piles of Orzhov Pontiffs in this format because Trinity Nemesis exists, so it's just better than Staticaster. The only Revoker targets are like Mom and Aether Vial. Modern Humans, correct, but Legacy, they just like need more Orzhov Pontiffs. But anyway, the sand's almost there. But Colorless Land Vial. If it was like Plains, I would actually might keep. But ooh, this is like our game one hand, but with a lot less mana now. And my stacks mulling to 5. I wonder if I keep second Wasteland when my opponent mulls to when my 5 colors humans opponent mulls to 5. Worst comes to worst, we still just go turn 2 Stoneforge, turn 3 Crusader, turn 4 play equip. Aether Vial. Well, that makes my Wasteland plan a lot worse. But now we can still plow into Mystic, into Crusader, into GTA equip. Smash. I am plowing basically anything they play here. Oh, for sure plowing this Freebooter. second freebooter would be a little rough, but not going to be able to beat that at this point. Static quickly realizes that this is my game one hand as well. It's literally just a single plow, a Stoneforge, and a Crusader, and like I even drew the second Wasteland. So like I mulled the 6 and I just mulled the port away, and it's the same hand. You can only beat this though, because by the time I have GJ down, he can have Val on 3 for like a Shatter guy. But I think I'm probably just gonna go for it anyway. Ooh, Council's Judgment. Blade of Waste, I think, because in case they deal with Stoneforge and Mage Crusader, we can double waste it for Stone Climb. That's fair. It's an option, but I don't really see a way that they're like dealing with Stoneforge, and I don't want to get wastelanded myself. Is the big thing. Humans plays Wasteland, so I don't want my opponent to like just wasteland my Wasteland there, so I can't play the Crusader. Could just like put in the GT that turn, but I'm tempted to just Council Judgment this Vial. I can just connect with Stoneforge GT next turn, and this prevents me from getting like blown out by instant speed shatters. Get rid of Vial and double. Yeah, I mean, I can also set up for like the double Wasteland play. I can also exile there too if it's scary. On my 1/1. No, not really. Yeah, we're gonna snipe that Vial. Don't want to get instant speed shatter is how we lose this game. So I guess we attack. We're not gonna be able to block this because they're pretty easily gonna be able to cast a spell. Get him. Get blown up by some stupid flash 1-drop human. Wasteland my Wasteland. Oh jeez. Now we won't attack. It's another freebooter. Wow, I just drew the plow too. Come on. Takes my plow. Makes the lieutenant a 2/2. There's no way he can attack here. Because I can only kill one of their things with this WoW attack, really. Just let me give the free counters. This seems loose. Not sure if I want to kill the lieutenant or the kite sail. Depends on what they cast here. They like shatter my GTA. I think I just need to. It's a pontiff. Oh, I really don't care about that. Rip mom, but okay. Take that, mom, says my opponent. So, guess I can just kill the loot. Kill the lieutenant, untap plow loot, or kill freebooter, untap plow lieutenant. I'm not going to play the Crusader. I'm just like fire the Stoneforge into the Abyss and just kill this Crusader. My opponent wants to like double block me. Yeah. Got me. Opponent can... Oh yeah, attack there means just, yeah. Stag's basically saying that he's dead. This attack is definitely admitting defeat. It just lets me get free triggers again. I don't know if I agreed with, like, the lieutenant attack the previous turn. I'm gonna haunt that freebooter. Sure. Play Crusader here. Opponent is very, very, very dead. Even if I draw Rex Sage here, we can, like, Wisp our Stoneforge. Or Manic Vandal, or whatever this might be. Ooh, that's gonna be a turn too slow, friend. Go get that Rex Sage, equip GTA the Crusader, bash you for 900. Now that attack, like, I don't know if he's trying to win in these turns, but attacking here is really bad. Like, these attacks have been steadily worse and worse as time goes on, because this attack means that I can just ping the Recruiter and get double trigger on this Crusader now. Otherwise, I was only gonna get single trigger if they, like, blocked with a single thing. I guess, no, this thing can't block, never mind. It's black. I wasn't thinking. Because I probably should have, like, pumped twice, I think, actually. Or at least, because I'm only going to be able to use 3 counters here. So I'm just going to gain 4 life instead. Static throwing in the towel yet? Not yet. Make me go all the way. Yeah, already not throwing in the towel. We can come discuss that match. GG's. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, like, there's not a lot to say. Like, multi 5 game 2, and it wasn't too much of a game, but yeah, I don't know. Not a lot to talk about. I don't think there was, like, the attack with the Thalia's Lieutenant towards the end of that second game that was like, I'm not sure I agreed with, but it was, like, pretty minor. You were very close to it at that point, so. The league's going by pretty fast. Here's why you killed my Thalia instead of my Kite Sail when you just let Kite Sail. You just kill Kite Sail to get that TB for Lieutenant. Oh, kill the Lieutenant instead of the Kite Sail? Just because I can. Like, it didn't matter. It didn't really matter at that point, right? I could always just, like, save the Swords of Plowshares for later. Eventually, my GTA might blow up, so I don't want to fire off the plow when I don't have to. I just kill the Lieutenant, untap, get more GTA counters, GTA counter down the Kite Sail then. Pick up the plow in case you top deck Rex Sage, blow up my GTA, and I need to, like, plow stuff in the future. Might as well extract maximum value out of, like, GTAing down dudes. But again, most of the decisions like at that stage in the game were not a big deal. Just based on like how far behind you were. Wow, this hand is a touch awkward, to say the least. It's like almost there. I think I'm gonna mull it though. It's just like very slow. We don't have any twos. Oh wait, were you 2-2 static? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. I would have. Yes, I would have thought about conceding, but now we're 2-1. It's close. This hand's better. Ooh, second land deal. But then puts me in next two bracket. Puts me at like 1-2 if I concede there. Yeah, I don't know. Might have conceded like if I was going into 2-2. Not cashing leagues always feels bad. Ooh, the mirror. Well, we have 2 Thalias in our hand, so we've lost. For your league, I've. Oh yeah, that's true. You did 4-1 twice, so you're ahead in that respect. Well, we mulliganed to 4 in the mirror, so wow. I really wish that we had kept that first hand. Now that I'm looking at it, we had like Palace Jailer, Swords to Plowshares. Man, that's a lot better than my turn 2 play. Maybe they don't have Mother of Runes. Maybe I'm supposed to wasteland them. Wasteland them in hope. I don't hate that plan. It's like better than playing a Thalia here, I think. We always just vial on the Thalia in the future, so it's not a huge deal. No mom, please. Don't do it. Don't activate that vial. Fuck. Now we're dead. We're not dead because we have this Wisp, but we're like mostly dead. We need to find our own Stoneforge or a Revoker or something like that. Ooh, no second land? Does Wasteland actually help? Please don't plow my mom opponent. It's very crass and rude. Oh, sick. Oh, this game's turning around all of a sudden. Or I'm supposed to just cast a Thalia. Respect file on 2 for... Like, what? I could, like, threaten something else to Violin, so I think we just cast a Thalia here. Please don't plow. Yeah, we're respectful of Death and Taxes players. We're not plowing each other's moms here. Please no second Stoneforge. Revoker would also be bad. Eh. This is just bad. Hopefully my opponent just never finds a land is our new plan. Take this vial up to 3, flicker their vial, some nonsense. Draw a Rashadan Port for their snow-covered plains. And, well, rip us. We have a lot of Flicker Wisps. Might be able to go somewhere. Port still saves us from... Yeah, Port would have been okay. I could also Flicker Wisp a land to save from equipping, but I'd rather just, like, Flicker Wisp the equipment. Yeah, the Wisp Army doesn't suck. If my opponent doesn't have a Wisp Army, we might be in business. Two guys is right, man. What Wisp did you do? Oh yeah, they have a Batter Skull. I forgot about that. This is fine. Mothra active. Crusader. Well, these are like, steadily getting more... I don't even know if it's more scary. I'm surprised my opponent didn't put in GTA. Maybe just because they're trying to play around, like, my vial on 3? I don't know. We're just gonna, like, fire off these flicker wisps on whatever we can target. OP for sure should have... Yeah, I don't know what their plan was. Revoker, I don't know. You see, now that's just mean. How am I supposed to beat that? Just flicker wisp their batter skull. If I flicker wisp their germ, they could just, like, mom it. And do I really care about them gaining 4, though? I guess I do if my plan is just race them in the skies, but... I can also flicker wisp with their vial. But I think if they're gonna revoke my vial, then I'm kind of okay with that. Like, okay with them turning off their own vial, so I might as well not waste my flicker wisp shot here. Just, like, trying to murder this germ. Puts the shield down on a mom if we'd like top deck a plow. Yeah, let's target that. Yeah, they can mom it, but this puts their shields down for a turn. I think that's worth the 4 life that I'm going to take, like the 4 damage I'm going to take here. They're also just like, oh wow, they named mom. Deal. We draw a Stoneforge with the rate that my opponent is like deciding to not actually do anything relevant. Just like murder this germ now. If they're playing like just land 4 play, nope, their plan is just we put in GTA instead of our skull would mirror instead of just buy. Do you know we could have flicker wisp the GTA all the time? Ooh, a revoker. That gets to name Wazawa's GTA. Nice playing with you, even if humans look at what noodle in our match. Yeah, I mean, it definitely happens. It's the first time I've actually beaten 5 Color Humans on the stream, so shit happens for sure. Let's just like they just have the Sword of Fires. Nope. Sick. Let's name some Umezawa's GTAs. The GTA deck. Yeah, definitely. I think I probably should have won one of my other matches, but I had like 2 minutes on the clock, and that was the game I cast a Cataclysm that I definitely shouldn't have. So we can just Flicker Wisp their Phyrexian Revoker here, and then mom our Phyrexian Revoker. They can, like, punch me with the Mirren Crusader if they want to pro-white it. But... no, because I can just block this. This is just a free kill, right? Sick. We got him. That was not a game I thought I was going to win. Gonna be perfectly honest. Kind of just like dumpstered my opponent really badly there. Glad they didn't go for that GTA earlier. Gave me the time to find that Phyrexian Revoker. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes people, like... The Death and Taxes Mirror is a little bit hard to navigate if you're not experienced with it at all. Like, your priorities have to change a lot. Like, you don't... your battle scroll doesn't matter. You can board it out. It's not horrible. Yes. Misplays will punish you hard in the mirror. And also the attack there was just... I don't know. I guess my opponent kind of forgot that the Revoker kept pro white for the whole turn. What's my last cut here? Like, a Crusader, I guess? None of the other cards seem very good. Yeah. We managed to beat the mirror on the draw with a Moldus 6 with 2 Thalias in our opener. That is not something you get to say every day. And also never fighting Stoneforge Mystic. I was saying it's gas. Fuck yeah. Unfortunately, being on the draw means your moms are a lot worse, because my opponent just like untap kill mine. Whereas now my opponent's is online. This army is for sure the way to win games. You shouldn't. Yeah, definitely. Like, take to the skies and like winning the equipment fights are the 2 ways you win this game. Or win this match. And I won the equipment fight, and I took to the skies. So it worked out. So snap off this GTA. We have Mom to push my GTA through if I really want to. And I don't have, like, sort of War and Peace or another Haymaker to go for in this matchup. I'm not super excited to see that Wasteland. I'm also a little bit concerned. Actually, no, we have to play... I think I have to play my Flicker Spear, so I don't... No, I get bodied by natural GTA regardless. That's a good draw. If I can bait my opponent into, like, using this Mom in some other fashion, might be able to sneak in Jailer, but I think we just like, play Crusader to set up for our own, like, our Murder Engine next turn. I can play Wisp my Stoneforge, go get something else, like Batterskull or Sword of Fire and Ice. Probably Sword of Fire and Ice. I think we're just, like, super dead to natural GTA anyway, and there's nothing we can really do about it, besides, like, recruit for Revoker or something, but... It's like mimicking my opponent. It's not a bad use of their swords here, prevent me from getting this trigger. And also, like, baits me into activating this Mom right now. Which I think I will. I think I'll take the bait. Maybe not. This Mom's pretty important. Oh, I only have 2 cards left in hand. We'll take the bait. They're effectively just using this plow to counter my Flicker Wisp, which is totally fine. Because this is still like a 2-for-1. You can also just attack, I guess. 1 free damage. Alright, opponent keeping in Thalias means that Like, that accompanied with their decisions in game 1, they're probably, like, pretty inexperienced in this matchup. They also, like, have turned them off from Plow, so we can just connect with GT here. We literally just put in GTA, equip to Flicker Wisp, pro-white it, win the game. Yeah, they're just dead. GG's. They have seconds where we get really punished. I don't know how, like, really punished is. We have, like, Palace Jailer to bait mom activations as well. Like, we could spend time equipping GTA to Flicker Wisp, and then, like, casting Palace Jailer on their mom. And if they protect the mom, then we get to connect with the GTA. If they protect the Wisp, then we just get to kill the mom and then connect with GTA next turn. I think just, like, keeping our guy in play is pretty free. Alright. Going in for the clean 4-1. But yeah, opponent's play is probably newer to the deck. Definitely some nuances to get around in the mirror that you need to kind of like. GTA's your best card, Batter Skull just sucks. Just don't put it into play unless you have nothing better to do. Game 1 especially, the game is all about GTA. Answering your opponent's GTA, and being able to like try whoever gets their GTA online first basically wins game 1, and oftentimes game 2 and 3. But game 2 and 3 it's harder to connect with your GTA. Yeah, I agree. Static. It's definitely like this mirror in particular is really bad if you don't know it because you get very very punished very quickly if you don't know what you're doing in the mirror. Might be able to finish a little bit early. In before Grixis. Nah, Grixis just like mop the floor with us. In before Miracles. Something's gonna like take a million years. They're really boring like 75% of the time. The last 25%, it's like Chestnut's great. But some knows and the other don't tend to be really one-sided. Yeah, I agree with that assessment a lot, Static. I hate the mirror because a lot of the time the mirror is just really boring and it just like so many of your decisions don't matter because your opponent's hand is just better than yours. Like I think that game 2 kind of showed it. Like my opponent sideboarded incorrectly, but my hand was just way better than my opponent. My opponent mulled to 6. I had a Stoneforge Mystic, and they couldn't really do anything about it. And they just die. And that's how a lot of game 1s go, too. But, like, there's a chunk of the matches where you can, like, posture really well and, like, win some unwinnable games. And those matches are really fun. Smelly Elf, shut up all the time, get out of here. Alright, Zan's gas. It's less gas if they're on Blue-White Stoneblade. Well, they're not on Blue-White Stoneblade. Zan continues to be gas. We have like a million cards to get dazed, so go ahead, daze this if you want, opponent. Force it. Fucking deal. Don't know if they're on Grixis or Blue-Red yet. I would assume Grixis. Flipped off Ponder. Ooh. Bug or Rug. I just didn't even assume that it was Rug. I don't know why. Blue-Red just fresh in my mind because last league we played against Blue-Red Delver. But, alright. Ooh, that's not a bad draw. One of them supposed to just like plow this Delver. Probably. Plays around Daze. My opponent has 2 cards left in hand. We can just like play Thalia with Karakas back up next turn. This Mongoose isn't very close to flipping. Yeah, I dig just plowing this Delver right now. That was my biggest concern was a Tarmogoyf, but we also have like Jailer to like somewhere down the road to beat up a Goyf, or just like Stoneforge for stuff. But for now we can just play Thalia. Turns off this Mongoose from attacking. We can protect it from removal with Karakas. Could have been Stoneforge there. I guess Stoneforge also blocks the Mongoose for whatever that's worth, but Thalia taxes the plows. Our life total isn't under... Oh, alright, this is starting to get scary. I'm supposed to Palace Jailer this Goyf. It's definitely tempting. My opponent could then attack with both their creatures. We eat the goose, chump the other Goyf, and we get punished by removal. That's probably bad. I probably just Stoneforge plus revoke Abandon Hope here. They're missing land from the graveyard, which is pretty easy to get. So Batterskull is risky, but if I can get one of these Goys off the table, I can like Jailer the other, and we should be able to then. Could get Jite. Jite is not a horrible option, but I dig Batterskull here. If this gets dazed, this actually kind of sucks, but my opponent's F6'd, so I guess I'm supposed to be responsible and name like Grim Lavamancer or something. I like naming Abandon Hope in this matchup, just because they have like no activated abilities in their deck. I don't really want to block into a Bolt here, but Bolt's starting to get scary. We take 6, go to 7 though. I think I'm fine just sitting back here. I guess I could force them to Bolt like not the Stoneforge, which is not unreasonable. Don't know why they did that now. I like that ups the clock. Or ups like the damage on board. Guess I could jam Jailer now. Probably the best time for this Jailer, so. Ballista blocks. If anything, I like actively want to get this Thalia off the board. I might just pick it up with Karakas so I can play the Batterskull. Probably not though, because I can just like play Ballista for 2. If they find a fetch, they can make their Goyf with 4 or 5. I can just block with Thalia, pick it back up. Jailer is way better than a Brightling here, I'll give it that. Brightling would be okay though. Brightling can trade with a Goyf on 5 mana. Could have played it for 3. It could pump itself to a 5/1. Yeah, they found the land. So we just like chump block this Goyf. This is not Jailer's strong suit. Well, it's doing okay right here, but it's definitely like a dire position. Ooh. Prelate is tempting. Prelate on 1 feels like it's going to be like pretty close to lights out. It's like turn off like all the cards in my opponent's deck. It's like never attacking. What am I chump blocking with this time? The Revoker. I don't really care if this thing gets to like a 5/6. Oh god, please don't true name me. Alright, this is way better than a true name. Thank god this is not true name Nemesis. It's still horrifying, but like I can beat a 6/5. Just like cast a Batter Skull here, we start equipping it to stuff. Equip it to Thalia and the game's over, right? We should have to like make some awkward jump blocks here. Maybe the last card is in Daze. Yeah. Jump block with Germ, jump block with Jailer himself. And then we can equip the Batter Skull to Thalia, and that should be game. You actually just like kill the Cryptic Serpent if I block differently, or like kill the Goyf. Like block, then I lose the Thalia, but I also can just make a 6/6 Sanctum Prelate. How am I supposed to play this? I can just like play more guys. So if I block like that, I actually get to keep a Jailer on the board too, right? So this block, these blocks, just, they only get to kill one of my either Jailer or Batter Skull, and this just jump blocks here. Yeah, this should be fine. Man, holy shit, am I glad this Cryptic Serpent wasn't a true Nemesis. Kill Serpent over Goyf. I can't kill Serpent without losing 2 of my guys, though. That's my biggest incentive to block like this. I do agree, though, that it's more awkward because now Serpent can trade with like a Palace Jailer with a Batter Skull on it. So I can just play a Stoneforge and equip this Batter Skull to Palace Jailer, just so I have like extra blockers for the Cryptic Serpent just in case. Go get like GTA. Wow, Force. Pitching Stifle, deal. Oh, this Mongoose is a 3/3 actually, isn't it? Shit. We're gonna equip to the Prelate then, so we can just jump block the Cryptic Serpent like that, right? Keep my Prelate alive is more important. I guess, yeah. Yeah, kind of okay just like blocking here. Delver can get ballistaed, so we're fine there. 5, 6, 7. Sick. Got that one. It was a little bit dire. Palace Jailer was a little bit scary there. If that Cryptic Serpent had been a true name, I think that game is just immediately over. I actually managed to get there, though. Whew. I wonder if Chalice is worth in this matchup. Probably not. They're bringing in Ancient Grudges pretty easily. Get back to see a pretty epic finish. Insomnia sucks. Ouch. That does suck. But you did get to see Rug get face rolled by the world's largest Sanctum Prelate. Anyway, cut these. Plus to seems strongly medium here. It's decent against like Delver strategies in general, so I'm inclined to like kind of want to keep it, but it might just be like not worth it. Yeah. Luckily, my opponent had Cryptic Serpent in their deck and not True Nemesis. They just like cast. They spent 3 mana, and I was like, oh god, we're so dead. And they cast a Cryptic Serpent instead of the True Name. Recruiters generally really slow in this matchup. And this matchup is typically more about speed. That last game didn't really allude to that very well, but that's life. Also, with our Cryptic Serpent, I'm less in on Mirran Crusader as like a super good card. Because Crusader can usually brick wall Tarmogoyfs and Geese and stuff. It still dies to Bolt, but now it also dies to Cryptic Serpent. They even retapped, so it went from GGUD. Yeah, exactly. That was just put the Fear of God and be real bad. But luckily, Cryptic Serpent also costs double blue. Whew. What's my last cut here? I guess like this is not a Jailer matchup. Hang on, we're gonna cut this Jailer. Fuck off. As good as you were last game, I don't think that is traditionally how this matchup goes. This lineup seems okay. Yeah. Yeah, Cryptic Serpent being like another card that like dies to Rest in Peace seems like a very odd choice. Put a mulligan to 6. This hand is gas, so I'm in. No Delver. Deal. Worst draw in the deck. Checked off the list. Turn 1 Brainstorm in response to your spell is a play I like to see. Man. Oh, I'm super gonna wasteland this volcanic island. Once it's there, Rip doesn't. That's true. But just like if I played a Rip here, my opponent just has 4 Delvers in their deck, and that's their whole deck now. I think I like to just wasteland plus Mom here, especially because we hit land number 3. They can wasteland my land number 3 though, which is kind of dangerous. Playing with fire here, but my opponent is on a mulligan, stuck on land. Notably, this Stone Forge isn't going to be great. Wow, Force Pitch Days. Alright. Well, we played around the days by killing their land. Oh, sick. They missed the land drop. And we drew it at basic. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Guess we'll grab Jite here. They're not very close to Cryptic Serpent. Jite answers most things. Answers a Tarmogoyf better than Sword does. Sweet. That was, alright. That's how that game ended. Guess my opponent just, like, didn't hit a land there and died. If they kept 1 land Brainstorm, I feel like casting that Brainstorm to try and, like, hit a Daze or something was really risky. Wait, they did have the Daze, too. Because they Force Pitch Dazed on my Mom. They didn't Daze the Viola, they just wanted to grudge it, I guess? I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to hit lands, you're not supposed to cast that fire off that Brainstorm on turn 1. Seemed like they would have rather gone to their draw step first. But anyway, that was pretty good. Rogue Delver continues to be a great matchup. That was also my 100th win since the Death Right ban. That was my 100th match win. 152 matches, 100 wins, 52 losses. Do you play any other decks? Mostly not. I'm a big Death and Taxes fan. I branch out a little bit in terms of like messing around with like 5-color humans, Soldier Stompy, play like various Death and Taxes varieties in Modern. I'm definitely looking into like branching out more, but I need to follow up a card hoarder email, see if I can get a sponsorship or a partnership from them yet. We're almost at 300 followers, so can I call you Phil 2.0? You can call me whatever you want. Born Confused. But yes, we are also a very predominantly Death and Taxes channel. But Phil like doesn't play any Modern, whereas I dabble. I dabble in Modern, but Legacy is my mainstay. Only one Jailer. I actually like just decided to put this Jailer in Janseth. I've been like pretty opposed to the card in general. Yeah, Phil Gallagher. He was in the chat earlier, actually, like around round 2 or something. But yeah, he's like the big Death and Taxes guy. Owner of Threaten University, blah blah blah, yada yada. Anyway, I just added the one Jailer, Janseth, because I never really liked it, but I think it's like kind of worth it at this point, as much as I begrudgingly don't want to admit it. Yeah. Yeah, I play probably more like Death and Taxes on stream, but Phil plays like a lot of just like random Legacy decks, because why not? And I also play some Modern. I'm Central Time Zone, so it's like 11 now. Dabbles one Modern PVTQ. Yeah, I mean, I went like I don't know the last time I played in a paper Modern event before I just like went to that PVTQ and dumpstered people. I play it once a week at least, so I dabble. I like to play a lot more Legacy, but I am gonna like switch to Modern after Eternal Weekend to start prepping for the RPTQ, but that's a whole another story. I guess I'm also writing a sideboard guide for Modern, but that's also because Phil already has Threaten University covered for Legacy content, and there's not really a good centralized like Modern Death and Taxes thing, so decided I might as well stake out my claim somewhere. How are you gonna get to the PT? Yeah, exactly. Gotta win this RPTQ. What deck do you play in Modern? No, we just play more taxes in Modern. Born Confused. I won the PPTQ with Black White Eldrazi taxes. Something happened. Oh, Born Confused. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. We're almost to 300. I'll have to do another appreciation stream sometime. But anyway, I think 2 is worth. I'm not sold on like the second one. There's definitely diminishing returns. Let me go back to Legacy and do some like post game wrap up since we got a little bit of time. See, like, wait, yeah, Thalia is like my favorite. Oh, Janseth. Heck yeah. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Enjoy your Thalia emote. I appreciate your support. Anyway, what was I saying? Jailer. So there are definitely diminishing returns of playing this card because it's recruitable. So like the first Jailer is like the third Jailer or the fourth Jailer because I have one recruiter in the board. Whereas the second Jailer just like becomes a fifth, and like 4 to 5 is a lot smaller leap than 1 to 2. But I can definitely agree that like a lot of people are playing 2 Jailers right now, but I'm testing the 1 just because I haven't been super high on the card a lot recently. Oh yeah, that command's like a week old or something. Two Wednesdays ago, I think I started writing that sideboard guide. It's like 8 matches deep, so pretty shallow in terms of an actual guide, but have been updating it slowly, trying to write up like most of Modern. But the tough bit is that there's so many Modern decks, it's hard to write up a sideboard guide for like every single matchup. But I'd like to cover at least like the mainstays. Haven't even gotten to Mario Pyro yet. Anyway, I also hate that the Jailer also makes it that I have like 7 columns in my deck now. It's harder to organize. How do you feel about Devout Lightcaster in the sideboard? I'm not a huge fan anymore. Death Shadow's kind of falling off. And it's like less good against Grixis than some other hate cards you can have. But it's fine. It's fine, especially if you really want to tech for both Grixis and Death Shadow, but I'm confident enough in my Death Shadow matchup for the most part that I'd rather try to tech for stuff like Grixis and Miracles, which I'm playing stuff like Cataclysms and the third Recruiter, to try to tech for the grindy matchups instead. Yeah, my records on E&T, like, vastly misrepresent what those matchups should be like. I just get, like, very lucky, and there's, I guess, a little bit of skill involved, but I have a... What's my total win rate? My win rate's 63.57, which is only, like, 2% off my Legacy win rate, but... But, like, someone was in here in the chat earlier talking about, like, oh, how do you have, like, a 66% win rate against blue-white? Because I'm a above-average black-white Taxes player, and the people online are probably, like, not experienced in the matchup as much as I am, and make misplays, and also, matchup isn't that bad for you, but a lot of it is just experience and reps. I've played 140 plus 295... It's like 400-something matches of Black-White Eldrazi Taxes in my lifetime. That's only on Moto. It's like more than I've played Legacy on Moto. I've only played 370-ish Legacy matches on Moto. Flickers your land process. Yeah, Flicker Wisping stuff and then processing it with Strangler is great. I've killed so many... I need to keep, like, a running tally of things I've murdered with Flicker Wisp Displacer. There was a stream, I think 2 weeks ago or something, 2 or 3 weeks ago, where I killed a Teferi and a... Keranos. In the same league. Just need to keep a running tally of, like, the best things I've ever murdered. This magical thing where online players are still bad plenty of the time. And it's not necessarily bad, but just less experience too. Like, they don't make egregious misplays, like not boarding out Thalias all the time against the mirror, but there are definitely a lot of micro decisions, and micro decisions are what Death and Taxes in both Modern and Legacy are just all about. It's just all about making your opponent misplay by having all these weird cards that interact in these like very weird ways if you're not experienced with the matchup, and you can just easily get blown out by something. Eating cards under Skull. Yeah. There's a lot of sweet stuff. Scholar is one of my favorite cards. Or not Scholar. Strangler is one of my favorite cards in Magic. It's just such a sweet card. Also, my all-time favorite play is my opponent goes turn one Goblin Guide attack. I go land pass, like Conceal Courtyard or whatever. Opponent goes suspend Riftbolt, attack with Guide. And then you could go Eldrazi Temple, Wasteland Strangler, your Goblin Guide, process your Riftbolt. Just get mad value. God, I love Wasteland Strangler. I've eaten Ancestral Visions. I've eaten Lotus Blooms, Rift Bolts, another Suspend card, Search for Tomorrow, killed Teferis, Jaces, Keranos. Probably a bunch of other Planeswalkers. Stone Rain, plenty of people with them. Anyway. Going off on tangents now. Find someone to host. Alright, who's playing? 4 people playing Legacy, nice. Romario. Romario Vidal is someone who's usually always online after me on these weekday streams. He streams a ton of Legacy, so he's my go-to host, I think. Anyway, thanks for everybody coming to hang out tonight. I enjoyed kind of this. It was a shorter league, so I liked to be able to wind down with these like post-league questions and stuff. I love answering questions from people. If you want to like know more about the deck, or you want to just like, you know, get inside my head, get my thoughts on things, just like message me on Twitter or in the Discord or anywhere. Just I love answering questions that people have about this deck. It's like actually one of my it's why I started streaming, just so I could like talk to other people about the deck. Just I really enjoy it. I really enjoy Taxes in Legacy and Modern. Best Planes Art, go. Ooh. best planes art versus like favorite planes art is definitely a toss up. But my favorite planes is the MPS time spiral planes. That's the ones I play with. But that's not because they have the best art. The best art. I like Stormcloud planes. Those ones are pretty good. But anyway, I'm getting distracted again. Let's go host Romario Vidal. Anyway, I'm gonna give my little end of stream wrap up. So if you like the content, you want to see more Death and Taxes stuff, we're here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Stream schedule is down below. You can follow, subscribe, or donate. If you want to see more, if you want to support the channel and stuff, follows are totally free, help you know I'm going live, all that stuff. Subscriptions get you a sweet Thalia emote and a Thraben-themed subscriber badge in the chat. Donations, I'd be happy to take a whirl through a league with a Death and Taxes list you want to see. And eventually I'm going to expand that to any list, like, as within reason, if I can, like, borrow it. But we haven't still need to work on that card holder sponsorship. You need to email them, but that's neither here nor there. Other things you can do are subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter, links to those down below. YouTube is where I upload all these streams, so if you ever want to see more Death and Taxes content, there's just like a million matches there of both Modern and Legacy, varying decks. And Twitter is just where I post where I'm going live, and other various Twitter-related stuff. Anyway, that's the end of that. So, I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. Tomorrow is the special stream where we're just going to be like jamming my face into the Legacy Grixis control matchup, thanks to our good friend Static here in the chat. So, if you want to see me get my face wrecked by a bunch of Grixis control matches, then be sure to stop in tomorrow, and so I'm going to be playing on practice matchup. Anyway, see you guys all later.